Am I live?
Yeah.
I am?
Yeah.
Alright, you guys see everything? Cool. And then am I live on Twitch? I am live on Twitch. We are live, guys. Welcome to my Crunchyroll Anime Awards podcast thing. Very excited to have you all. And okay, not everyone here knows each other, but you're all my friends. So I thought it would be a good idea to have a small pre-show and introduce ourselves. So I'll go first. I'm just gonna, obviously you guys know me. I'm level 7 Kevin. This is my channel. I love anime, I love keyboards and all that. And one thing I did want to do as like a small icebreaker is just share the anime show that got you into watching anime. All right, so my show that got me into anime was Naruto when I was like a kid. They had a 24-hour Naruto marathon on Cartoon Network, and me and my brothers like we just watched it all day, all night, and ever since then we were watching Naruto weekly. And yeah, that's how I got into anime. So does anyone want to go next? Introduce yourselves.
Put me in, coach.
All right.
My name's Makana, and let's see. I didn't really start watching anime really until high school. Before that, it was pretty much mostly just Pokemon. Before school, but that wasn't. I don't really know if that counts. But the first, like, quote unquote real anime that I really remember is Full Metal Brotherhood. I watched both, but Full Metal gave me a good first impression, and I've been watching mostly seasonal stuff ever since.
All right, thank you. Who's next?
Hello, I'm Ray. I guess not. I don't know if this is like considered anime, but I started watching with like American animations, like Avatar, literally just like Scooby-Doo, Teen Titans. And then it wasn't probably until high school that I actually started watching anime. And the first one was Attack on Titan. I used to watch it like in class. The people behind me would watch people's heads get ripped off. So it was a chill time. And now we're in it.
Nice. Okay, who's next?
I'll go next. I'm Barat. I guess the first anime that I really watched was either, I guess you could say Dragon Ball, but the one that I really first watched all the way through is actually a Gundam series called Gundam 00, which was probably not super age appropriate for the time, but I did love it a lot, and I've seen a bunch of other Gundams now, so yeah.
Yeah, and the last person?
Carrie. Oh no, my mic is not working.
You're fine.
Okay. My first anime was Sailor Moon, and I used to go to Blockbuster every week to rent Sailor Moon. And then I didn't really watch anime for a long time. Or well, I watched Pokemon, like Saturday morning cartoons. I had videos of them. I had Clefairy's Moonstone episode. And then like I didn't really watch a lot in middle school, and it wasn't until high school when one of my friends reintroduced me into anime, and they had me watch Fairy Tail. So I watched a lot of Fairy Tail, and now I'm not like super serious into watching anime, but I'll watch stuff here and there, mostly the popular stuff.
Okay, cool. So that's everybody. Basically what we're doing today is, oh, this is my brother in the chat. Basically what we're doing today is we're just gonna be voting for the anime awards and just talking about it and just having a good time. Yeah, and the VOD will be up it'll live on my YouTube channel forever. Yeah, let's get started. So you're all watching the stream, right? So you can all see.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang, some of your names got cut off. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. Okay, so obviously anime of the year, we'll want to save that last. Does anyone have a category that they want to start with?
Do we want to just do everything in order besides anime of the year? just go down the list.
Sure. You know what? That's a great idea. Let's start with or we'll save the top two. Best original anime and best anime of the year. Okay, let's start with best character design. Who are the nominees? Whoa, there's a video on this?
Yeah, let's watch it.
Wait,
Do you have to mute your thing though?
it's fine.
Alright.
Demon Slayer. I didn't watch this.
I don't know that one. The Ranking of Kings. Oh, this guy has two?
Oh, JoJo. Oh, wait, Cyberpunk's on here? They have Netflix anime on here?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, it's nominated.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Wait, that kind of
Yeah.
changes a lot. That
Yeah,
changes a
Kevin, when
lot of stuff.
When you were telling me earlier, like, this they wouldn't put like JoJo on here for nominees because Netflix anime. I
Yeah,
was
wait,
like,
JoJo
"Ooh,
was Netflix, yeah.
You don't know.
Okay, okay. Does anyone have... Okay. My first impression is I love JoJo's, right? Demon Slayer is pretty good too. Cyberpunk, like the characters were great in Cyberpunk. I didn't like the story at all. I didn't actually finish watching Cyberpunk, but I thought I love JoJo, and if you put JoJo in a category, I want to pick it. Team JoJo's, let's go. Yeah, what do you guys think?
So does character design mean like just how they look like artistically, or it's like character development kind of stuff too, like their personality?
It's the whole thing, how they look, their abilities, like
See, okay.
how
now,
they progress the
personality
story.
though, I don't think Cyberpunk is in the running then, I'll be honest. Because I agree with you though, Kevin, because I liked how the characters were designed, but I don't know, it just kind of like it wasn't like anything to write home about. Like, I didn't think it was that great compared to some of the others up here.
I think like, okay, wait, when you take like something like JoJo's, each character has their own ability, their own unique stand, right? Kind of like Demon Slayer 2, but Demon Slayer, they're more like, they have like overlapping elements, right? So you can't really, they're not as unique as like JoJo's. One of the other ones, Spy Family, they're all really great too. Like, what do you guys think about Spy? I know everyone here watches Spy Family, right?
Yeah. For me,
Yeah.
of the nominees, I've watched Demon Slayer, Spy Family, and Dress Up Darling. I think out of those three, my favorite is in terms of character design, like both aesthetics and their personalities. My pick would be Spy Family, because they all have like two personalities, obviously. Right?
Yeah.
They're putting up a show, and on the inside, they're slightly different. They're all trying to hide it. With Demon Slayer, they're all really cool. Like the Hashiras, the three main characters, like they all have their own little cliques.
Yeah.
But it doesn't stand out as much. And my Dress Up Darling, I think Marin is very well designed. If it was a single character only, then maybe I would consider my Dress Up Darling. But between those three, my pick would be Spy Family.
Rod, you have
I
it?
think
Oh, Carrie, yeah. Go ahead.
I agree with you, Makana, about like the Spy X Family characters. Their design in terms of like their personality is really cool because, like you said, there's two personalities ish for each of them. But I do like artistically the design of the Demon Slayer characters because they're so unique. Like with all of, obviously, you know, Michael Jackson dressing up as different people all the time, but then also like the Hashiras, how they all have their own very specific artistic design. How he's like, his personality is so flashy, which is why he looks like that. It's like really cool. I like that. So I think I would go with Demon Slayer.
Bro, what you have any 2 cents?
Yeah. So, I think right off the bat, I would eliminate Ranking of Kings. I think from what I've seen of it, I haven't seen the show, but I did a little.
I haven't
bit of
watched it either.
research. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of like it's a lot more basic, I think, in terms of character design than a lot of the other ones. I do really like Spy Family, but I think that if I were to choose something from up here, I think the creativity and everything going on, I think JoJo is probably the choice. And I think it's a tough one to beat because the characters are so colorful and creatively designed and stuff. And I think I'd weight their physical appearances more for a category like this for character design.
Yeah. Or is that just art style, you know? Is it just, I mean, I'm a JoJo fan. I love all the JoJo characters. This is my list, so I'm picking JoJo. You guys, actually, can you guys even vote? Are you guys all on one account?
Yeah, yours. Yeah.
Whoa! If Crunchyroll's watching, we don't account share. We do not account share.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
I'm joking. I have my own
Never.
account for sure.
Am I signed in? Enter your email to vote. Oh my god! Hold on, 1 second.
And dox yourself.
Don't leak.
Okay. Oh. Next category. Oh, we can just do this. Wait. Okay, ooh, a good one. A good category. Best animation. Who are our nominees? Attack on Titan Final Season Part 2. Cyberpunk. Ooh. Kinda. Know why?
You would think that,
Ranking of
especially
Kings.
for the animation category, that they would like preview the animation.
Yeah.
Not too much work.
I didn't watch this. Does anyone know what this is? Akebi's sailor uniform.
It's by Cloverworks.
Okay, what shows did you guys watch? I watched Demon Slayer, some of Cyberpunk, Spy Family. That's it.
Demon Slayer and Spy Family for me.
Okay, wait. You know what? Why don't we just start? I just want to say, like, you guys watched Demon Slayer, right? Everyone here?
Yeah.
The last
on
like
episode.
the last like 2 episodes were crazy animation, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It was movie quality. It was crazy. Like,
yeah.
and Demon Slayer in general, I think they just do it. They just do it well. They have epic moments, epic sound effects and all that.
That is UFO table for you.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean, like,
even with Fate, it's crazy.
it's
yeah.
like,
When
but-
I think it good animation, I instantly think of UFO table first.
yeah. How about Mappa? How about who here watched AOT? Makana?
Yeah, I watched it.
Finish.
My opinion. Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
My opinion of it is like, I think they used a lot more 3D this season, right? And it looked cool, but just personal preference wise, I prefer more of the colorful 2D. I don't know how to describe it. Just whatever UFO table does, that's what I like.
Yeah. Anyone else have anything to say?
Yeah, I
What's
think
about Attack on Titan or in general?
In general, like any show.
Oh, because I think that for Cyberpunk, I think that made me almost like nostalgic because it was like the Western style of animation, but then it had like that kind of like the way that the traditional like, Japanese anime just like over exaggerates all the emotions and actions and stuff like in those little moments. I think that was cool because that reminded me of like animes when I was like a kid, like watching American anime. But And I kind of have to agree that Demon Slayer, I just loved like their action sequences, and it was like so much happening, but it was always really good about still bringing into like character focus and having so many moving parts, because that was like all over the entertainment district, that fight.
Yeah.
Right, it's the last few fights like all put together.
Yeah.
But it always felt focused, like you always knew what was happening, which I think was like, that was just like really great directing in general.
Anyone else?
Yeah, I mean, so I think I've always been quite impressed with Attack on Titan's animation. I think they do it a little bit differently than a lot of other shows do, I guess, especially with like the 3D stuff. But I've seen bits and pieces from like a lot of these shows, and I think Demon Slayer is very impressive. Very impressive.
Wait, so Attack on Titan, you're talking about 3D. Makana knows and Carrie knows this. I hate when they use 3D CGI in anime. Was that like a problem in AOT?
Based off of what you've told me previously, I think you would not like what they did.
Yeah.
Just got a gut feeling.
Okay. I mean, I didn't watch it. Just so everyone knows. Also a good point. There's no Chainsaw Man. Like, they're not including Chainsaw Man. They're not including. Are they including October anime in this?
Did it like start too late? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, to be too late to be in it.
Like, are we gonna see Blue Lock? Are we gonna see Bleach? Like,
Are we gonna tell you?
No, I think-
honestly,
Or are we not
like,
gonna tell you?
wait, for real, like, well, some of you guys have seen the nominees already, right? But no Bleach makes me think there's no October anime. We would have seen Bleach by now, I'm pretty sure. For character design, for sure. Like Ichigo, big three, you can't not have him. So we're probably not seeing any October anime, which kind of sucks, because October anime was the peak. It was amazing. Okay. Oh, did anyone have something to say? No. All right, cool.
We're good.
All right, for me, my pick, like I said before, Demon Slayer, solely off of the last like 2 episodes. It was an actual movie quality, like it was insane. All right. What's
Before
next?
moving on,
Yeah.
did you like that scene from season 2 more, or I think it was episode 17 from season 1, like with the spider one.
The
Those
spider.
two both caught like the internet on fire and stuff. Both had,
Yeah.
like really huge impacts. Which ones did you like more?
So the season 1 epic moment was like, it might have felt better than it actually was, because I'm gonna be honest, every episode before that was a little bit stale for me. It was a little bit hard for me to get through Demon Slayer before that episode. After that episode, I was like, okay, I understand what the anime is about. I understand what's going on. But then, so now the season 2, like the last 2 episodes, the crazy animation, right? Like that just felt like just amazing from an anime standpoint, not just from like this singular show standpoint. It felt really like they pushed animation during those last 2 episodes to literal movie quality. Like, I enjoyed it so much. Yeah, that's what I think.
I'm with you. Like I think the music really elevated the one in season 1,
Uh-huh.
but in terms of pure animation, I would also agree season 2 is probably better.
Does anyone else know what we're talking about?
Yes, I know what you're talking about, but I can't like recall exactly what happened in both of them. So I would probably say that for me, they were equally as good.
Yeah, I think season 1 was just like you became a Demon Slayer fan after season 1. Season 2 was like, this is why I'm a Demon Slayer fan, you know?
Season 1, it's so much like exposition and stuff, even though it had like all the like great moments in the fights towards the second half. The first one's just like building up, and I feel like it's not like a time skip, but there was a really big like training montage, end of 1, beginning of 2, that I think set the characters up really well to have just like a little bit more of a high pace, just interesting to watch from a fight perspective and character perspective for season 2. because then they're like less annoying, I guess.
Less annoying.
Action.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just saying that boy better stop yelling for Nezuko-chan. I can only take so much. I'm sorry.
Are we ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, best new series. I think we all know who's gonna win this one. There's like no contest. Okay. Call of the Night. I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that was a thing. I never heard of that before. Cyberpunk. I didn't finish watching it. But Course Recall, it was on my list. I never watched it. I know Makana, you watched this, right?
I did.
My Dress Up Darling, Makani also watched this. Carrie watched this too. I watched 3 episodes, I think. Oh, what's
You gave it
that?
the
Spy
3-episode rule?
X
I thought you only
Family.
watched
Whoa!
Propaganda, bro.
And whatever this last one is. There's no way Spy Family does not take this, right? There's no
Yeah,
way.
you'd imagine.
I voted right now.
There's no, like, we don't even gotta talk about. Spy Family wins this category. There's no way.
Put that vote in.
We're just gonna
Well,
Wait, yeah?
I would like to hear what Makana has to say though, because he watched Licorice Recoil. Because
Yes.
Makana, you said you really liked it, and I like even me reading the premise of it. I also wanted to watch it, but did not end up watching it.
Sure. So for these 6 nominees, I watched 1 or 2 episodes of Call of the Night. I just never finished it because of time. Let's start from the top. Call of the Night, I was recommended because the main character there is voiced by, I think her name's Amamiya Sora, and she's a very talented voice actress, and she just makes all characters sound really playful. She did like Aqua from Konosuba, and like Chizuru from Rent a Girlfriend. I can't really talk about it too much, but it was interesting in the first few episodes. I just never finished it. Like Chorus Recoil, I think was a, dare I say, S tier anime for this past year.
Really?
Maybe A, but it's between S and A at least. I don't know if I would vote for it for what's this category?
Best new series. So these are all season 1.
I think I would vote for it for a different category. But
Okay.
it is a very high quality anime that I would recommend, both in terms of story, characters, animation. It's all good. It's got a bit of everything. Highly recommended. My Dress Up Darling, I think when it was airing, that was the anime I wanted to watch like first every weekend.
Yeah.
So I also really enjoyed it in terms of how the characters grew to get closer to each other, and how Marin was, how her personality was shown, and that sounds pretty funny, huh? With context, but she's a very energetic, high energy character that makes people smile. But I think if I had to pick one, Spy Family just took over.
Yeah.
Just in terms of everything, yeah.
Nobody is not a Spy Family fan. Like this year, everybody watched this show. Like, no contest. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Lock it in. Best continuing series. Oh man. One Piece dude, One Piece is on here? That's crazy. Any One Piece fans? I can't change the volume of this. What happened? Alright, it's too loud. But anyways. Okay, yeah, I watched Demon Slayer, JoJo's. Dude, Kaguya-sama, wait. Remember Kaguya-sama was like #1 on my anime list for a while when it was airing, right?
Yeah.
It was.
It beat Fullmetal Alchemist for no reason, right? It was crazy.
For no reason.
I did not watch it though. Did anyone watch Kaguya-sama?
I did.
Okay, tell me about it. Pitch this to me.
Pitch it. Let's see. It's a continuation of season 1, obviously,
Yeah.
but all the characters are still here. The main two, Miyuki and what's her name, Kaguya. They're obviously still up to their antics. I mean, it's a classic rom-com, but they do make major developments towards the end of the series of season 2. I mean, which made probably a lot of fans excited, because it can be pretty annoying if they're always like kicking the ball around a subject and nothing actually happens, but things actually happen at the end of season 2. So I think if you liked season 1, you'll probably like season 2.
Okay. All right. For me, again, I'm a big JoJo's fan, but Demon Slayer coming off of the movie, like we were like, is it gonna live up to the hype of the movie? And then I thought it did. Personally, I really enjoyed the progression of the story. What about you guys? Anything else
I've
or
only seen
any show?
Demon Slayer. I didn't finish Attack on Titan. Sorry.
Nobody did. It's on.
But-
It's gonna be a part 3 in 2 parts. They just announced part 3 is gonna be in 2 parts. All right, keep going.
Too much. No, but are you counting like the movie as part of? I guess like whatever. Yeah. So Demon Slayer, I love the movie. Like it kept the story going, which was nice. Like it wasn't just like separate, which happens sometimes with anime movies. But like that big moment in the movie, like right at the end, was wild, and then it flowed really well into the rest of it. So I think it was really good about like not losing any steam the whole way through, which was nice. And it was also like I saw it in theaters, which was like so crazy to see that too. So
Nice.
I kind of like favor that a little bit. And JoJo's I didn't watch personally, but my sister is really on my case to watch it, so I'll give like a half vote for her in her honor.
Yeah, dude. The Demon Slayer movie, I watched it online thanks to the PlayStation leak. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know, but I didn't watch it in theaters. I can only imagine it was crazy in theaters.
It was like basically an empty theater too, so it was like me and then 2 people, and it was just like, yeah, it was great. I mean, just like surround sound, huge screen, just us, so we were kind of giggling and shit in the back. But yeah, it was like really crazy. And then because like when it came out, I think there was still a month left until season 2 aired. I could have that time wrong. I don't know. Time does not exist for me anymore. But it was great. It was just like you wanted more, and you wanted more of the story too. Which I don't know. I think sometimes with anime movies, you kind of don't get that. You're like, oh, that was nice, but they don't relate to the series as a whole. But that fit in really nicely.
I was just thinking, like, so best continuing series, we like now with the context we have, Attack on Titan final season part 3 gonna be in 2 parts. There's no way Attack on Titan final season part 2 is winning this category, right? Like, aren't fans just mad that the show didn't end on the final season part 1,
Dude, I was so mad. Like, I'm okay with it not ending on part 1, but when it started to get to like episode 9 of part 2, and I realized that the story wasn't ending and there was a chance of it going to part 3, and then me having to wait like another year for the next part, yeah, it made me pretty frustrated.
Dude, can you believe I am glad I did not start watching Attack on Titan yet, because final season part 3 part 2 sounds crazy to me. That sounds insane.
I think with Attack on Titan though, like when it's not like heavy action or like big like sequences of like a lot of movement of people, like it just slows down so much. It's just a really crazy like 2 sides of that show for me. The season 2 opened, it was like all, I think it was season 2, maybe it was 3, but it was like all the politics and everything, and I was kind of like, I don't know, it didn't hit the same, it didn't go together as well. It just felt like it was too opposite. And that show was always kind of like whiplash trying to watch for me.
All right, anyone else want to talk about this category? We're good? Okay, so my vote, like I said before, Demon Slayer for me. Did I say that before? I don't know. All right, what's next? Best OP. Best OP. You know, this would be, it would be really great if I could play the music, but I can't because I'll get banned. But you have to do the best in your head. Actually don't remember the OPs for any of these. I think I remember, isn't Cyberpunk OP was pretty good, right?
Yeah, it's the song is like a Franz Ferdinand song from like 7 years ago, so it's not an original song.
Oh, they just took a song.
Yeah.
You can remember the Spy X Family OP because there's that part where he sings about running, Hashite, Hashite, and then it's Anya running over the bridge to her dad. Yes, and just the
Her
OP
dad to her
is
true
so
father. That's what's up.
the OP is just so pretty. All of the effects, the bubbles, the petals, the way it makes you feel like it's so happy. It's very much my favorite OP. And when I rate like best OP, best ED, I'm not just like rating the song, I rate it with the animation too, because it's just they complement each other so well. So my vote would be for Spy X Family. Of the two that I watched, Spy X Family and Demon Slayer, I would go Spy X Family.
I don't remember the Demon Slayer OP. I kind of want to listen to it. Wait, how do I do this without getting banned? Is it possible?
Listen to it on your phone and hold it up to
Mute your mic. Yeah.
Do it in your heart, dude.
Okay, you guys talk. I'm gonna listen to the Demon Slayer OP.
You know, actually, about the Demon Slayer one, I don't remember. Like, it wasn't super memorable to me, but it's also like it was coming off of a really iconic one from the first series. I think they just couldn't top it, and so it's kind of like okay. But like I think that happens a lot of times too with like second series. I don't know. I mean, the first one was just like so iconic. Like, I kinda knew
Wait,
it.
I've listened to this. This shit is hype, dude.
It is.
No,
It is
but it's
hype.
the first
Wait,
one, though.
whoa, this
It
is
doesn't
hype.
stand up to the first season though.
Well, with Lisa, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I have a funny
Oh,
story.
you're...
I have a funny story about that. So obviously I went to college, right? And I have this roommate who was supposed to be here, but he's not here today. I got this roommate, right? And he loves anime. He loves anime more than all of us combined, right? He would study and listen to music, and he would have an anime playlist. Except he would only listen to the Demon Slayer OP for a year straight. And I hate the OP now just because I heard it so much. That's Demon Slayer season 1 OP, the Lisa one. Yeah, it got like burned into my brain. I thought it was an SAO OP at first because she did SAO also, right? But it just got burned into my brain. Yeah. Dude, this one is good. Okay, yeah, Bharat.
Yeah, so I've seen all of these openings. For like an hour before the stream, I watched all the openings, all the endings.
Wait, I should
and
have
all
done
the-
that.
Wow, he did homework.
You did some
He
homework.
was studying.
I also listened to all the scores for the anime.
That's-
So
No, he graduated college. No, he
Yo!
graduated.
Okay, so here's what I think. It's important to remember that this is opening 1, not opening 2 of Spy Family, and I like opening 2 more. So there's that. I still think it was good. I think the song from your boy Kongming that's also nominated for best song, and it's like an okay song. But I didn't like love it. The Ranking of Kings opening was like I just wasn't that interested in it, but I mean it was good, it was well done, but I thought it was a little underwhelming. And I really liked Attack on Titan's one and then the Demon Slayer one, but I thought the Attack on Titan one, I liked it more. I thought the animation was better than in like a lot of the other ones. It was just like very dramatic and stuff, so that was probably my favorite.
You know what? You're right, Barat. I forgot that Spy X Family did have two OPs. So I was thinking of the second one. So maybe I wouldn't vote for it as best OP.
Yeah, okay, so I just listened to the, because you just reminded us. So the season 1 Spy Family OP, I just listened to it. It's kind of like jazzy, I would say. And I just listened to this Demon Slayer OP, and I am on board with this.
I agree with I was
It's
also
so
gonna
hype.
bring up
It's so hype,
yeah,
dude.
Spy Family season 2. I liked it more than 1. Not that I didn't like Spy Family OP1. Just I remember the second season's OP even more. Rumbling was really hyped. I think I was listening to it a good amount this year, but the Demon Slayer one would be my vote. It probably ended up just music-wise in my Spotify Wrapped for probably in my top 5 in terms of like replayed songs, and I don't even remember the animation. I'm sure it was awesome, but yeah, I think it was Eimer who did the OP for Demon Slayer, and it's just so good. There's a first take version on the YouTube channel where she does it live.
Wait, maybe I can listen to that.
Acoustically.
Nah.
And it's still good that way. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
Beautiful voice. That's my vote.
Dude, you know what? You know what? Like, I wish there was October anime in here, because Gundam, Witch from Mercury, would be my pick if it was included.
Okay, yeah, I was thinking about anime that's like not included in here, and Shikimori is not just a cutie. The OP, I can't even tell you what the song was. I don't remember the song, but I can remember the animation so clearly because there were so many colors in it, and then the animation style, and then the way they like dress up into different characters in the OP. I remember feeling so good watching the OP that I never skipped watching the OP for Shikimori is not just a cutie. It was just so pretty.
All right.
Wait, on that though, what I will say is I kind of like that the Spy Family one was like a little more jazzy, but I also really like the animation of it. I thought it was really cute and colorful, and then it like transitions into like their like kind of like character intro like from like the actual show's animation, and I always really like to watch it. It was like super. I think that in terms of like, okay, so the ones that I've seen were Spy Family, Attack on Titan, Demon Slayer, and Cyberpunk. I think they all did a good job of like getting music and generally having a good opening sequence that like matches the rest of the show. Like, I wasn't crazy for like the Attack on Titan like song itself, but that's because that's not the genre of music I usually listen to. But I think it went well with the show. Not really the same for Demon Slayer. Like, I did like it. I just thought the first one was just like so like high of a bar, and I was like, it didn't really hit the same. But I just like Spy Family for like it just made you feel comfortable and happy. And that was something I really enjoyed out of that show. It was just like a good slowdown from everything else. I think it just matched really well with the animation style of the show and the animation style of like the beginning part of the opening sequence with the song. I think it all just worked together really well. So for that, I would probably go Spy Family.
All right. Oh, wait, Barad, did you pick one? You're the only one who listened to all of them.
Yeah, I mean, so my favorite one out of them was Attack on Titan.
Okay. Yeah. Me, who has only listened to this one and Cyberpunk, I probably did hit skip intro on Cyberpunk, so I probably don't even know what that one is. I picked this one because it's the one I know the best, honestly. Next year we should do our homework like Barad and listen to them all. All right, best ending, Barad. You want to carry us on this one too?
Sure. So
I'll listen to a couple on my phone right now.
I guess the ones that I wasn't as into was the one from Gomi Can't Communicate. I think that one was the one where they're just in like a classroom or whatever. It's not bad, but like it just wasn't as interesting to me as the other ones. I thought so. Attack on Titan, the ending was like it's very dramatic. There's like a white dove or something like in the sky, you know, sort of classic, what you'd see from some of these endings. and I did like it. I wasn't really a big fan of like, what is it, like the Call of the Night? I'm not super familiar with that show in general. And I did like the Kaguya-sama and the My Dress Up Darling ending. The Kaguya-sama, I'm not sure if I watched the right one. It was interesting, and it's an interesting song that they've got. But I think that's also maybe nominated for best song. But this is the ending to this is the comedy song from Spy Family.
Yeah.
And this ending is like perfect for me. Like I like they're really trying to communicate something there, and I can't imagine an ending in which they like achieve that vibe better. Like I really like that ending. So it's like far and away my pick.
Yeah, I just listened to
know
it.
it's not-
Oh yeah,
oh.
yeah. Go ahead.
I know it's like not eligible because aired in October, but the Chainsaw Man ending.
There's a different ending for every episode.
It's every episode.
Every
It's so
episode.
crazy.
Every episode. It's an
remember
album.
Bharat like pointed it out, and I was like, "What do you mean?" Because he was like watching them when we were like queuing out the next episode, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" And he's like, "It's different." And so I'm like, "Oh, we gotta watch these now." So now you gotta watch them every time. I think
Yeah.
it's so cool, and it fits like what like what happened in the episode. too.
Exactly.
Like if not in the story, if like how did they just get the vibes? It's the vibes. It's so crazy to me that they animated the ending uniquely. Like that's so above and beyond the Call. I loved it. I know it's not eligible, but I'm just like I just wanted to put it out there.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
totally with you on that. It's amazing how much of like they got like top tier artists too for each ending, and I can't wait to see what they do next year for the awards to see who's nominated. And
Dude, I'm more
doesn't make
hyped
the
for
cut,
like
yeah.
next year's awards. I'm gonna be honest, because October was crazy for me. I was having the time of my life watching anime. I did not enjoy anime as much in my entire life as October. Yeah, I'm so hyped for next year.
for the endings, I think it's really important because most of the time for me when watching animes and an ending comes up, I'm thinking like, oh, the episode's done already. Like, so that kind of gives me a bit of an impression. Like, so for Attack on Titan, whenever I heard its ending, I'm like, oh, come on, the episode's already done. So like, I already have
Yeah.
a negative like perspective on it. Not that it's a bad song or anything, but that's just the feeling I associate with it. Between out of these nominees, I think it's between comedy and the one for My Dress Up Darling. Both of them I enjoyed, but it's probably comedy overall. For Call of the Night, I think that was Creepy Nuts who did it. I actually now remember the OP, and I really like the OP. I'm surprised it wasn't nominated. The artist, I think he's a rapper, but it's a rapper and a DJ, and their style is pretty funky. I don't know how to really describe it, but it's really, yeah, I guess funky is a good way to describe it. I've been listening to more of them over the last few months, and I really like the OP for that. But in terms of ending, my vote's probably for comedy, Spy Family. It just fits the series well, made me smile, and great animation to match with it.
Anyone
I
else?
would also go
Oh, yeah.
comedy, but for Komi Can't Communicate, I haven't watched the show, but I watched the closing sequence. I actually really liked it. I think that because my general understanding of the show, it's like almost like slice of life, or it fully is. Not positive, but I think that the ending sequence worked really well for that because it just kind of like a chill down of it, and I'm sure also, just watching it, I was like, you can kind of tell where even in as simple of the animation as it was, that all the characters' personalities came through. So I think it'd be totally different to watch it with context knowledge of the show. But I did like how it was just like kind of chill, kind of calm, and the music I thought was good too. But my vote is for comedy.
Yeah, I think we all like comedy. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's go. Best score. Damn, all these music ones, right? All right.
Yes, sir. Okay, so
Thank you for doing your homework.
yeah, absolutely. So I guess I'll start with the Spy Family one. I thought it was interesting. I thought it was good. There's like a bunch of different like sort of I guess musical style influences on it. It's very sweet, like the show. So it was pretty good. The thing is, I'll say Attack on Titan's score is probably the most similar to like a cinematic score that you would get, and I really liked a lot of the music on it. I really like that one. I can group up Cyberpunk's score with the Made in Abyss score because I listened to the Cyberpunk score and I was like, this is kind of alright, and then I listened to the Made in Abyss score and I was like, oh, this is what they should have made for Cyberpunk. Like, this is just a better version of that. So I actually really liked that. And then the Demon Slayer score I thought was pretty good, and I wasn't super into like the Ya Boy Kongming score, but I thought it was okay. Just not on the level of some of the other ones. The two picks for me would be either the Attack on Titan score or the Made in Abyss score, because they're pretty different vibes. There's like a lot more of like an electronic vibe to the Made in Abyss score, but they're both really good.
All right, I don't think I honestly remember music that enough. Like remember music enough to have a say in this. But does anyone else want to put in their 2 cents?
I didn't like the Cyberpunk one. That's all I can remember from it. There's a couple times when, like, I was listening to it, as you were like watching on, I didn't listen to the score separately, just being like, wish I could have changed something. But I didn't listen to the main of this one, so maybe I have to check that out just because that was kind of damning from Barat. Just be like, oh, that's what they wanted to have. It's like the worst review you can have of something.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I'm just in the same boat as you, Kevin. I don't really I don't watch anime for the music, and therefore I don't really remember the music from anime. Like, if anything, I can remember the feeling during fight scenes when the music was really good.
So true.
Yeah.
But you don't even remember the song, you just remember how you felt during the fight.
Yes.
Yeah.
I am also in the same boat in terms of I can't really remember the scores too well for these nominees to have a solid opinion. What I will say is if Dress Up Darling score was nominated, that would probably be my vote, because I distinctly remember a scene where Marin is asking Gojo out to go shopping, and then it cuts to like a few establishing shots of, I don't know, just a background, and the music that comes in right there, I can still hear it in my head. So if it has that type of impact on me, then that's something I would vote for. But in terms of these nominees, I can't really remember anything, and that's probably just on me.
All right, I will let yeah, go ahead, Ray.
I say, like, out of all of these, I think that Demon Slayer did a really good job with the overall score too, just because like, I mean, it's kind of like what you guys said, right? Whereas unless you're intentionally listening for it, you're not going to pick up much, but you're going to understand the feelings of what's happening. I think, honestly, for a score, for a show like that, that's kind of more important, just because you don't want it to overshadow anything. Until you have, like, the lulls or whatever, you want to pick it up with music. But I think that Demon Slayer had a good job of, like, using music to cue other things up, kind of unintentionally for a viewer, maybe. Like, you hear a noise that you associate with, like, demons in the past, because, like, they've kind of set that up over, a season before in a movie. I think that just kind of, like, worked well to indicate, not plot, but just the tone of certain scenes, without you even actively acknowledging it. So I think that's, like, kind of cool, just, like, the subconscious nod, or, like, nudge in another direction. I think they just did that really well with Demon Slayer.
All right. Barat, I'm going to let you pick, because you have the most knowledge of this category. So you can pick.
I would say I'd slightly prefer Made in Abyss's score.
All right. Best film. I watched. Oh!
Yeah.
Whoa! There's a good film on here. Oh my god. I forgot about that. Alright, we got Bubble. Wait, Dragon Ball. Dang. One Piece too. Dragon Ball Super. Inu O.
Bubble. I watched Bubble and Jujutsu Kaisen.
Jujutsu good.
It's so pretty, but that's all it is. Or like there was story there, but there was something that just like it wasn't. I don't know if like the storytelling wasn't good enough, or like it wasn't tying it all together. But there was something that just like, oh, it's so pretty, but it's not enough. So, Jujutsu Kaisen 0. But I did hear very good things about the Deer King. I didn't watch it myself, but I always heard really good things about it.
Bubble was surprisingly good. Right, that was the one with like the free running, right? They like did parkour.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of musical too. Like she would sing because she didn't have a voice.
Yeah.
She was like the Little Mermaid, right? It was like visually stunning, I would say. And it was more like one to, you just let your eyeballs get all the data and you just look how pretty everything is. But there's a really good movie on here that I enjoyed a lot. Jujutsu Kaisen 0. Oh my god. It was so like the hype moments, like everything, like when he steps through the door for the first time, the first step he takes has like the weight of the world on it, with all the other classmates are like, oh my god, we gotta kill this guy. But yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen, I love it. What about you guys?
Same. Yeah, same. I don't really have much to add to what you've said. I thought watching it in theaters was a great experience. Was the Demon Slayer movie not included? I guess that could have been like last year.
It could have been last year. I mean,
2021.
yeah.
Yeah. So if that was a nominee, I think I would consider that one. But of these, it's got to be JJK.
JJK, yo, watch my JJK keyboard video.
Wait, it released 2020.
Which
Oh,
one?
time is not real at all.
Oh, Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer? Yeah.
2020, wow, crazy.
The Demon Slayer movie, the ending, I know we talked about it already, but like that is literally one of the best kept anime secrets, I feel like.
Yeah. I mean, we can say it now.
Yeah,
was-
but I don't want to. I don't want to.
I don't.
spoil
Yeah,
it.
you don't want to be the person. You don't want to be the person to spoil it. You know. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I mean.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Now I'm scared to say a spoiler after talking about the movie, but where he's like trying to look, the one he's trying to wake himself up, and it's going through it like really quickly, and then Yosuke comes. I'm trying to do it vaguely, but I don't know. When he comes and stops him, I was just like, that was the moment in the movie where I was like gripping the arm of the person next to me. Obviously, I know them. I just want to say it was the person I was friends with. But like gripping onto their arm, I was so tense and so scared. That movie was just like great to me. It just, I don't know, it's just, the tension was so high there. But anyways, yeah, I can't believe it came out 3 years ago. It feels wrong.
That is so long ago. All right,
It
but
had delayed release too because of COVID.
really,
Yeah, for America at least.
I see.
And ending theme for that movie was awesome. Lisa too always does a great.
Yo, shout
job.
out to Lisa.
Shout out
Shout out
to
to
Lisa.
Lisa.
Shout out to Lisa. All right. Well, JJK. I can't wait for the next season. Oh my god. Woo. All right. Next. Best anime song? Yo, Barai.
Hell yeah.
Get back in there.
So Chiki Chiki Bon Bon that was like the opening song. It's interesting. It can get kind of grating at times. I wasn't as into it. But it is interesting. Comedy is sweet, but it's not something that I would listen to necessarily if I wasn't watching the Spy Family like ending. My nonfiction is also pretty interesting. It's like the pop, like kind of trap influences as well. Um, there's like this, like, I don't know, I guess interesting like interplay. There's like a male singer and a female singer, and so some parts of that song is good. The Attack on Titan song, or no, not sorry, not the Attack on Titan, a New Genesis, which is from
One Piece.
One Piece. I really liked that one. I thought that was actually like a really good song in general. It's like dramatic and stuff, and there's like a more, I guess, complex like backing track. Like it's really good. The Shall We Dance, I don't know. It's trying to meld different styles, and I don't know if the classical influences really gel really well with the rest of the song. Like, I see what they're trying to do, and I appreciate it, but I wasn't super into it. And then the rumbling, I think it works well with how it's used in the show, but the song itself, I'm not into. Like at all.
All right. Does anyone have anything to say? I kind of want to move this along because has anyone
No, the
else listened to
master
these?
spoke. The master has spoken.
Does anyone
Yeah.
have?
I've listened to comedy on Spotify for a good amount of time, so that's my vote. I like it.
I only remember this now, so I know we're past this category, but the best ending, Kevin. What's it called? From Netflix, the gambling one, Kakegurui.
Oh,
but the ending-
Kakegurui, one of my favorite series. How is that not anywhere? Wait, what the heck?
Yeah, that ending, what is it called? No, it's by Irish.
Dude, that's
forget.
the only anime song I have on my playlist. Queen's
Yeah.
Bluff. Yeah.
Queen's Bluff.
That's
Yes,
the
that
only
ending
anime
was
song
really
I
good.
have. Yeah. Queen's Bluff
that's
is
it. That's all I
so
wanted to
good.
say.
Wow, they totally made the cut to being in the time frame, right? How is it not nominated? Queen's Bluff. Oh my god. All right, anyways. Barat, you want to pick again? You're the only one who listened to all the music.
Yeah. Well, I assume everyone here has listened to comedy, so you can choose that if you want to, but my favorite is definitely New Genesis.
Yeah, I mean, this one was... Isn't this a movie? One Piece Red? Yeah, One Piece film. How was that? Was it in the movie category? One Piece? We just did the movie category.
Yeah, it was in the movie
Yeah.
category.
Oh, it wasn't? Okay, cool. Let's go with that. Dude, you know, Barat, you said you would not, like, you didn't, like, know anything about anime. I'm so glad I invited you. Like, I am so glad you're here. I am
Thanks.
so glad. You are carrying the music section. Okay, this one was one I wanted to talk to you guys about. Best Director. I don't know what Best Director means. Like,
It's kind of just like general like framing of shots and the sequencing of the show. So like the different cuts, because it's basically just like with anime you have to create placement of a camera because you have no physical like a stage to work with or like set to work with. So it's kind of just like how everything is laid out in a shot essentially.
okay, cool. That is actually something I notice a lot in anime, and that's something I pay a lot of attention to is the camera. I really like when they orbit things because they have to hand draw. Like when they don't use CGI and they hand draw it and they orbit around something, like I go crazy. Like those shots don't exist. Like Blue Lock had a crazy amazing shot where they someone scored a goal and they followed like the ball in a 3D space. It was amazing. It was all drawn. I mean, like even like Chainsaw Man, the first episode had like a crazy scene. It was kind of CGI, but it had a crazy scene where he's running through and killing all the zombies. So yeah, for this category I've only watched Demon Slayer, Spy Family, and a little bit of Cyberpunk, right? But for Demon Slayer, one shot I really liked was what is it? Was it lightning? Like Godspeed or whatever, right? He went like crazy. He went like super fast. And I thought that was amazing. And like he just goes zoom, zoom, zoom everywhere. Alright. Anyone else got anything to say?
I think you have to watch like Chorus Recoil, and then you may
Really?
have yeah. I think you gotta watch it. In terms of director, is this the right category to see how they adapted from the manga to anime, or is that not
we
really?
could look ahead the other categories, see if anything fits.
I don't know, but if the director has any say of what happens between the manga and the anime, then I want to say that Demon Slayer was amazing, because I don't know if it's the animation or the director's work, but when I was reading the manga for this arc, I was not interested at all.
Uh-huh.
And after watching it, I don't know, they made it amazing. Like, and that's kind of why I'm really looking forward to the next season coming up this year, because I was also not really interested in the arc. But now I have like higher expectations for the animation team, I guess the director too, to turn a relatively mediocre manga arc into an amazing anime. So yeah, that's just an extra word from me.
Yeah, if anyone didn't know, I don't read manga. I only watch anime, and I keep it that way because I like the whole experience of the music and everything and the animation. So that's really interesting to hear that it was actually better than the manga. Like, you always hear that it's worse, that they ruined something, that they forgot to add something in, right? So that's leading me back towards this, yeah. Confirming my pick. All right, anyone else got a?
Wait, is this Spy Family 1 then, right? Because of the cutoff?
Is it part 1? I mean,
Like, are we just
it counts, right? Because it's part 1 and 2. It's still season 1, right?
like all of it? Because I like the first part, yeah. I mean, it's all part of it, but then like I know like for the opening sequences, we were like considering only one. But anyways, or it was only the first one that was considered. But
Oh, it's only part 1. I don't know. Yeah,
yeah.
you know what? Just
I think that
yeah.
I think for the direction of the first one, it was really good. I like how all the characters, because they all had to be introduced, but I think it was done really well. And like best proposal of any anime hands down was like the grenade scene. I thought that was just like so funny and
True.
cool. Like and that's like, you know, that's like the director moving it along and having like that big explosion moment and just kind of pulling it together at the right points. Like I feel like Spy Family, especially for the first part of season 1, pulled together in the right way. But also in terms of director, I know you didn't finish it, but I thought Cyberpunk was actually pretty good in terms of like for the whole show, I think all the action and all the other shots and like the framing was done really well. It was just a cool way to get a view on the world too, because you're not technically entering a new world if you've played like the video game or anything, but it's seeing different dimensions of the same thing, which I thought was really nice. So I think for me, it's gonna be between Spy Family and Cyberpunk, to be honest. I'm sorry to not put Demon Slayer up there, but I don't know, something about Cyberpunk, that was because I wasn't crazy for the storyline, but I thought the visuals of Cyberpunk were really cool. So I don't know if that's all attributed to director though. I think that's part just animation department kind of went off there.
Mm-hmm.
If you highlight the little I next to best director, I think it gives you a better description of what the category's about. Maybe, I don't know if that'll change anyone's
An
votes.
anime is a reflection of its director. Of central importance, directors work behind the scenes, conveying their vision and imagination to animators, making critical decisions, and managing the creative aspects of production. That sounds like Demon Slayer. That sounds like... Yeah.
They don't link the songs, but they'll define what a director is.
Yeah, dude, they should on the little trailer they should like play a little bit of the song. I don't know.
I feel like they used to, right? Or like
I feel like
snapshot of the
I don't know.
animation, at least.
It might have been fan made. Those might have been fan made. I don't know. But seems like I'm comfortable picking Demon Slayer. That's what I'm gonna pick. All right, what's next? Best main character. Oh, a good category. Who do we got? Ranking of Kings. Best MC. Aaron Yeager. David Martinez. Chisato Nishiki. Marin Kitagawa. Oh, gee, what? Lloyd. Ooh, that's a pretty good pick, actually. Lloyd. Why is JoJo's not here? Wait, I haven't seen JoJo's in a while. Wait a minute. That's kind of unfortunate. Hey, Makana, why don't you start? I know.
You want me to start? Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
If you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
Okay, I'll say what I think you think I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Which is, I really like Marin,
Yeah.
but if I were to actually vote for like the highest quality main character, it has to be Chisato from like Horus Recall. Just like,
dude, you really like
the
this,
whole
huh?
mix. I really do.
Dude, it was on
and
my list. I gotta
I've-
watch this now.
I've been a bit more hesitant about my recommendations because I want to be more I want to not recommend too many animes, and I think since we've been talking about this, you have to watch it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
She is such a great main character, and the side character, I forget her name, but they just work really well together. I don't want to tell you too much, just watch it and let me know what you think.
All
And
right,
I'm
I
pretty
will.
confident that I have the right vote for Chisato for best main character.
Okay, I think for this category, I've only watched Cyberpunk and Spy Family. And Cyberpunk, I couldn't get into. Lloyd really takes control of the story and does cool things. He goes on missions. He does secret thing. I don't know. I like Lloyd. He's cool. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are carrying the show. Like, to be honest, I'm not really saying much. I'm just saying words, and you guys are really carrying me right now. I love it.
Well, in a way, we all are just saying words, but sorry.
That's deep.
I watched Cyberpunk fully. I don't really. I wasn't crazy for David's character. There was just some times when I was like, he kind of makes like some weird choices, and I don't know. I wasn't wild for him. Attack on Titan, I haven't really been keeping up, but he's just kind of like a more like, I don't know, in my head like a classic anime MC. And Lloyd, that's the boy.
That is that's him. There he
I do
is.
want to say though, in the next season, I want to see, and the movie too. I think that was announced, like movie, and then the next season's gonna come out. I want to see him like develop more, I guess, as an actual father. Because there's sometimes when he slips up, even to other people as agency, and he's like, "My daughter," and I'm like, "Yeah, that's right." Because it went from being just like, "Oh, this girl who is a part of the mission," but into an actual like feeling like a father at times. So I want to see him kind of have a come to Jesus moment. I've said this a ton of times at the show, but I just want more of the family moments. I just think it's like really cute, and I want them to be a family. So I like Lloyd. What's up?
Heck yeah. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
okay.
like Lloyd. What? Sorry.
No, I was gonna say that Lloyd is the least interesting to me out of those three characters. So
What?
he's
With
the
the
least
main
interesting
Spy
to me
Family?
out of the three of, so him, Yor,
Oh, the three
and
main
Anya.
characters.
It is
Yeah.
true though. No, that should be said though. Speak louder, Carrie.
Lloyd is the least interesting character. No, it's not least interesting. Like I don't know. I don't care about him as much as I care to know more about Anya and Yor. So that, and then I also watched My Dress Up Darling, and still, like, I would say though, I would probably, okay, I don't like My Dress Up. I gotta preface it with that, but still, I do think Marin, I would vote for her. over Lloyd.
Really?
Yes.
Maybe I should give a bit more context about like Marin and Chisato. I think both of them as characters I would describe as like rays of sunshine. And that's the type of character I really like watching in anime because it just brightens your day, brightens your mood, and you can really feed off their energy. But they're both different. Obviously different genres, different animes, but they're both happy and gleeful in different ways. They have different motivations, obviously, but I chose Chisato over Marin because I think she has a deeper backstory. I mean, that's kind of unfair because of the genre of the anime. My Dress Up Darling just I mean, it's my favorite type of rom-com, kind of like junk food. Like, I know it's not good, but I like it. But Chisato, I mean, was it like Chorus Recoil? I mean, do you know what it's about, Kevin?
No, I for real, I saw the photo and I thought it was interesting and I added it to my list. I literally don't know anything about it.
As like a quick synopsis, there's like a agency of assassin/spies of orphan girls, and they go out to prevent bad stuff from happening.
Okay.
So
Just like anime.
So, like, yeah, just like anime. So like with that, she just has a lot more backstory to work off of. So I think she's a more complete character.
Cool. Barat, did you want to say anything for?
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna say I do agree with Carrie in a certain sense, and also just because Lloyd is it's by design, but he's almost I'd like to see him struggle a little bit more. So I think it'd be interesting to see what his character does. He's almost too good at his job sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
how are you going to be that good at tennis as well?
Yeah. Well, he trained. He trained, right?
Yeah. But yeah, and then I sometimes I think I have a strong bias against Aaron Yeager because of people on the internet who have annoyed me by talking about him. So you know, whatever. But the only one who I'm really familiar with here is Lloyd, and I do like him.
All right. You know what? I'm going to pick Chisato because you guys are convincing me that Lloyd is not that cool, and Makana, you have convinced me to watch this show. So I will pick Chisato.
Yeah, Makana, no, I was gonna say, like, even though I didn't watch it, I feel like I still would have voted for her because I think if I did watch it, it would enforce that I liked her the most. Because I think that I already do like her the most.
Now I'm getting a little worried because I don't want to hype it up too much and then have
No,
it
it's
like
just that
not
like
land.
I already,
But
well,
yeah,
I already know that Lloyd, or like I already said, Lloyd is not as great as the other two characters. So I already like I wouldn't have voted for him. And then I already said that I don't really like my Dress Up Darling. So that's why I would have picked Chisato anyway.
All right. We're on supporting characters now, and yours in here. So I don't know how you guys feel about that. Your is in this category and not the other category.
Honestly, if anything, I would have put Anya up in main, but out of the three of them, like I would have popped her in there.
All right. Does anyone? Somebody start.
I bet. So,
Go Ray.
I think for supporting characters, Rebecca's an interesting choice out of everyone on Cyberpunk, but she had her moments, but they didn't kind of outweigh the rest of her, in my opinion, on the show. Between Anya and Yor for Spy Family, I would.
Wait, Anya's in here too. Wait, I just noticed.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I would that's why it's hard because I love Anya so much. I think the first part of the season was really good for her. And for Yor, I think the second part of season 1 kind of dropped off for Yor. I don't know what happened, but I felt like there just wasn't as much like good content for her. But I would go Anya over Yor, and then with Tengen, I don't know. It would be between Anya and Tengen for me, because I think he was like really interesting, and he had a good arc. I always like it when the kind of over the top goofy character has that serious moment where it's like, oh, you're like suddenly seeing their motivations, and it kind of changes the context of everything they've done so far. So I think that was a good moment towards the end. But for me, Anya's just kind of been consistent throughout. I just enjoy watching her, and I like what she does and her actions, and kind of how she adds to every scene that she's in. I thought she was gonna be a main character. I can't believe she's supporting.
Yeah, I mean, technically the first character we meet is Lloyd, right? So that's probably why ish. I mean, they all like star in their own episodes, so they're all kind of main characters, but yeah. And you get like, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
I would agree with you, Ray, that Yor definitely had a better like story, or like you got to know her a lot more in the first part of Spike's Family versus the second part. So that's actually why I would vote for Yor though, because I wanted to know so much about her during season 1. Like I don't know, it was just she made me want to watch the show more than Anya, but it's like, oh, Anya's really cute, and so I like her that she's cute, but I really like Yor and like what she's doing, and I want to see more of what she's gonna do next.
That is true. I want for her to just have like a stronger, I don't know, I wouldn't say stronger personality, but like a stronger presence, I guess, in the show for the next season. I just think that in the second half of first, they kind of dropped her a little bit. Like she became more of like a joke. I don't want to say that fully.
No, I agree with that.
Yeah, I just think when she had, I mean, like when they were getting Bond and stuff, and she's like bouncing off the walls and like doing a plank on the ceiling of the warehouse, I was like, yeah, that's funny and cool. But I think honestly, like the second half of the season, probably like her, or I think it might have been the first part, but like the biggest thing around her was also like her brother, which that's a whole other thing. But yeah, I want to see more from her, but that's why I wouldn't pick her right now, because I was like, I just want to see her be better. I know that she can be, like, I feel it in my heart and my soul. But I don't know if it's there yet, which it pains me to say, but like, yeah, I was kind of just like a justice for Yor the whole time I was watching the second part of the first season.
Yeah, I think it's that Yor isn't deep enough yet. She's very extreme. You see her in her assassination mode, and then you see her in her very like, mom, I can't do anything yet. Like doesn't know how to be a normal person mode. There's not too much beyond those two very surface level things, I would say.
I think honestly like it beyond surface level for both of them, for Yor and Lloyd. I think that show will just get like so much better too. Because right now it's almost one-dimensional. I know it's because they have two parts of their personality, technically, like the family and the spy as assassin. But like, I want to know the middle bits. I want like a really like fully formed personality to come through for both. I think that'd be like.
I can jump in here. Since I'm caught up with the manga for Spy Family, I do know more about their backstories, and I'm hoping that they'll be able to address at least they will address more of Yor in season 2. I don't know if that's a spoiler, but but judging purely on season 1, but I think I'm also in the same boat where Yor was my favorite character, just overall watching her struggle as a mom and switching gears into super elite assassin. But also seeing a bit of her backstory where she's like raising her brother, no parents, just trying to survive in the world. It helps like build her character. And then we see her and Anya both support Lloyd in their Project Strix or whatever Project Strix mission. I think Anya is also a very good supporting character. She helps enable both Lloyd and Yor when they're both struggling with their switches, struggling with how they express their feelings, and because obviously she can read their minds, like she serves as a good crutch for both of them, and that's why I think both of them have good qualities of being a good supporting character. If I were to pick between those two for Spy, I think it's Yor. I don't know if it's just because I like her as a character more though. In terms of the other nominees, Hayasaka in Kaguya is my favorite character in the series, and I really think she's an extremely strong character. I don't know if she's strong enough to overtake the other nominees here, but she's definitely my favorite in that series. And for Demon Slayer, Tengen, like, I agree with everything that was said prior. Like, a person that's normally really lighthearted, joyful, but then goes super serious, that I like that trait as well. So I don't really know what I would pick. Maybe it's Yor, maybe it's Tengen, but if I had to pick one at gunpoint right now, it's probably Yor.
All right, Barat, you wanna anything?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think mostly everything's been said. I think it's Anya for me. Because like what everyone was saying about Yorn, maybe she'll get her shine a little bit more in future episodes. But I think even if she does, Anya's a tough act to beat. So yeah.
I would pick Tengen, honestly. I think the aftermath of the fight leading up to the fight, everything, I think he was a cool character, and I just really liked what he offered to the story, like what he was about. His powers were cool. They didn't show it off that much. They showed it. They didn't really explore it, I would say. They just, I don't know. But his powers were pretty cool. Yeah. For me, Tengen. Must protect at all costs character. Oh, it's Anya. Wait, we can skip. We can skip this category.
You already know,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Skip
Just send it.
Yeah. Best action. Ooh, I want to pick JoJo so bad. I just love JoJo's, guys. You know what? I'll start first. I haven't started first in a while. Okay, I think Cyberpunk probably did have a lot of good action. I mean, it was really bloody, right? From what I've seen, the animation stuff was enjoyable. The reason I didn't finish Cyberpunk was just because of I didn't understand where the story was going. I was halfway through. I didn't understand what the main plot was, and I felt like there was no direction, so I just stopped watching it. But I will say, like, being really bloody, being able to be on Netflix and getting away with like gore and stuff was it was cool and interesting and different, and I thought that it was pretty enjoyable. But Demon Slayer, you know, they went all out. You know, the fight's amazing. People just going plus ultra. You know what? My Hero was not this year, huh? That's interesting. It was October. Yeah. JoJo's has a sweet spot in my heart. I'm a JoJo's fan, so I don't really have anything else to say other than that. I think I liked Jolene's powers. I liked all the characters really. And they all had epic moments, you know, when they do the palette swaps and you just kind of know something's happening, something's about to go down, menacing. You just get really hyped up and you just can't wait to see what happens in the fight. And I thought the final battle was really interesting when no spoilers, one of the main characters comes back. Actually, that's probably a big spoiler anyways, but when a certain character returns, my favorite character in the whole series, when he returns, I was so hyped up, and I knew it was gonna be a good fight. So yeah, I mean, I'm leaning towards Demon Slayer and JoJo's. Okay, you guys take the floor. Anyone?
I think for me, in terms of pure action, like the fighting, I think I'm going with Demon Slayer 2. Maybe I'm overweighting that last fight too much, and it just overlaps with animation and the whole package. But like, I just really love the fight scenes. All the characters, they like started out with their initial like, you know how they fight, and then they kick it up into a different gear, and then they unleash their secret stuff. So like, I just love it when animes do that, and that's why I would go with Demon Slayer.
I would agree. For action, like straight action, I think Demon Slayer too. I mean, it kind of went hand in hand with how I view like the directors. I think everything was staged really well, and I think that like when things happened, they surprised you and they were interesting to watch. Whether it was like a full twist in the fight or just like more dialogue coming up within it, because I think that was really interesting final sequence to watch as well. I don't think it's the best, but I do want to say for Spy Family, it's so different than the other shows that are in
Yes.
the category that I was like,
These are all
"What
like
do you mean?"
action
And then
anime. Yeah.
yeah. I thought back to it and I was like, oh, like it's not action like how I view the other ones or how action is generally, but I mean, like when he rents out like the castle and has them all attack so she can live like her spy show like fantasy in that like whole thing where she's like, rescue me. That was like the cutest thing, and I think like even the battles where it is like him on a mission, they're all really whimsical and fun, and they're not too serious, but you always feel like there's high stakes, which is cool too. I mean, the opening of like the second part was a little too intense for me when I was just like, I wanted a slice of life, but I think it had fun action in context of the show. But overall, I would go Demon Slayer.
All right. Bro, did you want to say anything? You don't have to.
Nope.
Okay, cool. Cool. It seems like we all like Demon Slayer. But am I gonna pick JoJo's? Because they were not nominated for as many things, and I want them to win something. Nah. You guys are right. Comedy, that's gotta be Spy Family, right? Oh, there's actually Kaguya-sama and Dress Up Darling is here too. But
Kotaro scares me.
Did you watch this?
Yeah, he's just. I watched the first few episodes and I was like, his eyes are so big, and they like freaked me out, and I like couldn't finish it. But he's a really funny character because it's just like he's almost like a grown man's personality in a child's body, but with a child's experience in the world. So he like falls and trips and is like freaking out. It's just like I don't know. He's just kind of jarring. He has a big ass head too.
That's a fun
That
premise.
is so reductive of what the whole show premise is, but
oh,
I don't know. There's something about him. His soul is missing or something. I don't know.
all right. Anyways, are we just comfortable just locking in Spy Family and moving on?
Send it.
All right, cool.
And
I'm surprised that My Dress Up Darling is in the comedy category because I would not. Well, maybe I'm viewing it.
Ooh,
wrong, but I wouldn't
86.
say that Dress Up Darling is a comedy.
Okay. Now we're on best drama. Makana, you watched 86, right?
oh yes,
This
I did.
I didn't watch it. This is on my list, and I was interested in watching it. So you want to tell me a little bit about 86, please?
Sure. 80. Do you want like a synopsis of like what it's about, or my just opinion?
Just give me your opinion on best drama, if it fits the category or not. I guess
It is 86.
86
Hands down,
wins.
without a doubt. I know it's only for part 2, but like just how it continues on from part 1, it's really well. I mean, I just loved it. It kept me on the edge of my seat. It was kind of like it reminded me of when I first watched Attack on Titan. And I was really worried about like, oh, is this character gonna live? Is someone gonna die like super suddenly? Because like characters with actual lines die. So
Yeah,
like,
that's cool.
So overall, it just kept me on the edge of my seat. I really liked the main characters, and I think it is well deserving of being nominated and hopefully wins this category.
Cool. Did anybody watch, like, have any other strong opinions about any shows? Because I don't feel comfortable.
I didn't know Katara was listed as a drama. I thought it was like comedy slice of life. I can see why. I don't know. I wouldn't consider that to be a drama. It was kind
Cyberpunk.
of like, to me, like Sweetness and Lightning. I know Barat and I like watched that, but like that show's also like listed as slice of life. But it's one of those shows where it's like it's not sad or dramatic, but it doesn't deny that there's sad or dramatic moments in life, and that kind of helped to balance it. But calling it a drama, I don't know if that fits it.
All right.
I don't know. I think I'm the only one that watched that, so
Yeah.
I've just been speaking to the void.
Did anyone watch
It's fine.
Made in Abyss? I've heard about Made in Abyss. I heard it's like really dark. Actually, it might be a good story. I just haven't watched it. No, nobody here's watched it, right?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna give a shout out, not for me, but for you, Kevin, because there's one that you were absolutely hyped about.
Is it from
Which
Netflix?
It's not from Netflix.
Oh, okay. What was it?
It was Tomodachi Game.
Oh my god, Tomodachi Game? Yo, how is it not nominated for anything? Oh my god, Tomodachi Game? I was like this was like during Spy X Family, right? Season 1. I was more excited to watch Tomodachi Game than Spy X Family every week. I love Tomodachi Game. Alright, anyways. I'm gonna lock in 86. How do you guys feel?
Yeah.
I like it.
Alright, we're nearing the end. We should finish soon, hopefully. Best fantasy. Oh, Overlord. Did anybody watch? You guys watch any of these? We watched Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
Yeah. Skip the category.
Yeah, go ahead.
We haven't watched everything. All right. Demon Slayer. Best romance.
Ooh.
There's two
Based on-
that I know about, and I haven't even watched. And I haven't watched a single one of these. Oh wait, Shikimori. Oh
Yeah.
oh Shikimori. That's a good one. I watched that one.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't.
Did I? I
Okay.
kind of watched it.
Yeah. I'll start on this, given only two that I watched. I watched My Dress Up Darling, and I watched Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie is so mid. It's very mid.
Damn.
It's very underwhelming for the first like 6 or 7 episodes. It doesn't get good until the second half when they introduce this other side character that like that's when it starts to get good. And then the very last 3 episodes, there's one episode just like it makes you feel so good, which is the running episode, like they form a track team or something like that. And then the last 2 episodes, they put all of their budget into animating those episodes. Those were so good. But the first 10 episodes or whatever, could not care less. It is I would not put it as best romance. My Dress Up Darling. All I'm gonna say is that it was not for me, so I would not vote for that. So I might not vote in this category.
Yeah. Does anyone have a vote for this category?
Go ahead, Ray.
No, like I don't think I've seen any of these. The only one I knew about was Pony and My Dress Up Darling, and I didn't even know that Pony was a romance, straight up. So that's on me.
Hey,
Okay.
you know the ED for Kaguya-sama was pretty good, so that's my vote, baby.
I think in terms of anime, my favorite genre is probably rom-com,
Mhm.
and based off of historical like Crunchyroll anime awards, I'm expecting Kaguya to probably win this just from sheer popularity.
Yeah.
But this year, My Dress Up Darling was by far my favorite. I think I mentioned it earlier that like when it was airing, it was the first anime I wanted to watch every Saturday. So I don't know that in terms of just how the main characters, again, yeah, I already went through this, but in terms of how the main characters expressed their personalities and how they grew to become closer, sharing their interests and hobby in like creating cosplay. I thought it was a very original idea and well executed. Definitely my favorite romance anime of the year.
All right, is that nobody else has any votes? Okay, right? No.
No.
Okay. I respect Makana. I will pick my dress up darling. You're a good guy. I didn't watch it. I know. Wait, we all know Kaguya-sama's gonna win. If it's on my anime list, #1, beating Full Metal Alchemist for like a month, like just because it's a popularity contest, we all kind of know it's gonna win already. But for my man, my dress up darling, let's go.
Let's go.
Best voice artist performance in Japanese. What character did they play? But we kind of know. We need to know.
This is your for Spy Family.
This is Anya. This is Anya.
Oh, it's not yours. Oh, never mind.
So Anya. We kind of have to watch the video. Chisato. That's the main character, right?
Yes.
Jolene. Let's go, Jolene. Paputa and Irumi. Tanjiro, eh. And Eren Yeager. Dude, I thought Tanjiro was the same voice actor as Deku. Yeah, for a long time. I didn't realize they were two different people. Like, yeah, I can't vote for him based off principle that I thought he was somebody else for a while. Like his voice wasn't unique enough, I guess. For me, Anya's like, yeah, like fits her character really well, you know, and really silly and funny, and yeah, I think they did a great job. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think sometimes when it's like an adult, I'm assuming this is an adult doing a kid, sometimes they like dumb it down too much, but I thought it fit really well without making her seem, I don't know, like, because Anya is kind of dumb, but that's like her character. She's also like 4, right, in like with other 6-year-olds in class, but
yeah, I
liked it. I really liked how she did it, and it still made the character like interesting and cool, and not just like, oh, that's like a kid that we couldn't write off. Like, it was still additive in the story.
I will say for Jolene, for JoJo's is very anime. Like, you have to have like that deep serious voice when you're about to go off, and you got to have like a soft voice when you're chill and you're just talking to your other side characters, right? So I think there's more range for Jolene, and Anya's just like a little girl kind of. I mean, she does some funny stuff, but I'm kind of thinking it through in my head, and I'm thinking Jolene might be taking it for me. I'll leave it. Anyone else got something you want to say?
For Anya's voice actress, I think I need another character to compare her to, in terms of her previous work. I know she's gonna do a character in My Hero that's, I think she just showed up in the most recent episode. So it's gonna be a very drastic change. So in terms of skill as a professional, that will be really highlighted. But just for this, like, just picking a nominee for this award, again, Chisato, or for like Horus Recoil, I feel like, dare I say, maybe half of the 50% of the reason why her character was so entertaining was because of how she was voiced. And I think that's why I would definitely pick Chika Anzai for this category.
Anyone else? Okay, I'm gonna lock in JoJo's. Just for me. What do we got? English. Nobody watch English, right?
I
No.
loved it for Cyberpunk.
You watch English for Cyberpunk?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna. Hey, hey, there
You
we
don't
go.
have to- you don't have to give it to him if you don't want to.
I didn't watch any English. I don't know.
Woo. What about
Farad, did you
Sungwon?
listen to it?
Wait, it's
Oh,
wait,
it's
ProZD?
ProZD.
Wait, where?
It's ProZD. Yeah.
Whoa, ProZD! Yo!
Wait, yeah, wait, do that one, do that one.
It's
I
ProZD!
didn't even realize.
Whoa! Whoa! Alright, let's vote for that one.
I will also shout out Amanda Lee's a really popular VTuber, so it's pretty cool for a VTuber to cross over to voice acting for a very popular anime. But ProZD, super cool.
Wait, should we do this one first? Best original anime? Oh, I kind of only watched none of these. Did anybody watch any best original anime? Besides the Course Recoil? It
I
seems
think
like
we gotta vote for that one.
I think we gotta vote for this one.
Wait, I haven't seen it, but I do want to watch Birdie Wing. I don't know if it's confirmed or not, but like it is just like lesbians, and I'm into that. Not like a weird way. I am gay.
Golf Girls' Story.
Shout
Yo, shout out.
Then
out to the community.
also watch the Chorus Recoil. It's not explicit, but wink wink. They're
Okay, word.
yeah.
I say like the only thing I've seen for Birdie Wing is someone was like, "There's no heterosexual explanation for this show," and I was like, oh, "Okay, add it to the list. Like I gotta watch it." All right, both of them are on. I actually have that on my watch list. I just haven't gone around to it. I didn't study up like bro. I'm sorry.
Dude, next year we all gotta study. Alright. Course Recoil. Let's lock it in. And now anime of the year. Where did that one? Anime of the year. Wow. I really wish
Wow.
I really wish October anime was on here. There are so many good animes that came out in October. It's crazy.
My Chorus Recoil got nominated for both. Like, props to them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for real. It's kind of hard to pick out of these. I would just, dude. Okay, so Demon Slayer came out a while ago, right? At the beginning of the year. When it was probably the first anime I watched this year or 2022, right? When I watched it and I finished it, I said out loud, "This is anime of the year." Already. So honestly, I'm still leaning that way. I really liked Demon Slayer. I thought it was anime of the year ever since way back in the beginning. What do you guys think?
I mean, out of them, I've only watched 3. I couldn't really get into Ranking of Kings, so I'm sorry. I could try again, but I would agree with you. I don't know. For me, it would just be up between Demon Slayer and Spy Family. Because Attack on Titan, I just like couldn't get through. Cyberpunk, we have already discussed that. We don't have to do more on it. But yeah, I would go Demon Slayer or actually, you know what? Spy Family.
Spy Family.
Nice rough.
You know what?
It was a
Let's
good
actually like
it was
vote.
like a good way to bring up like a mood on like a kind of a bummer of a year sometimes.
Yeah. Let's actually vote for this one. All right, I'm gonna vote for Demon Slayer. Ray, you're gonna vote for Spy Family?
Yeah, at least Spy Family.
Okay, Makana, you go next.
I'm kind of in the same boat. It's gotta be between Demon Slayer or Spy Family, because in terms of my favorite, I think I enjoyed Spy Family more, but I think Demon Slayer was better. So I'm going with Demon Slayer.
Carrie.
I'm going to vote for Spy X Family because Demons. Demon Slayer as a whole, not just necessarily this arc. I don't like, or I can't imagine that Demon Slayer is the best of the best, because to me it's not.
Really?
Like, I don't care. I truly do not care about the good characters enough of Demon Slayer. So versus, like, I care more about that the bad guys are defeated than that the good guys win, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that's why I'm voting for Spy X Family, because I like really looked forward to watching Spy X Family and the characters develop during the first season.
All right, we're all tied up. Barat, you what? We just pick like AOT and ruin everything.
Yeah. No. Clearly, it's Cyberpunk Edge Runners.
Okay. Okay.
Just gotta lock that in. But no, I think my favorite is obviously gonna be Spy Family. I like it a lot.
Spy Family wins.
It's child propaganda, bro.
Spy Fam, dude. Spy Spy
I
Family
am not
was so good.
disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, Spy Family for anime of the year. Realistically, it's probably gonna go to Cyberpunk because it was so popular. But
But
no, you know what?
What's
Spy
happening?
Family is also popular. You know what?
Dude, it's popular.
Go
in
off.
the new one that just came out, Buddy Daddies. That's popular too. I just think that's funny as a concept.
We're voting
Have
Spy
you seen
Family.
Buddy Daddies?
Wait, what?
I don't know how to start your card. Buddy Daddies? It's like, people are like, oh, it's gay Spy Family. Because it's like, it's just two guys. And one's a spy, one's an assassin, and they just like adopt a daughter, I think. They just like find her on a mission.
Seriously?
It just aired. I think they're on like their second or third episode.
Very
Well,
cool.
You
All
should
right.
look it up though. Like the poster of it, it looks just like Spy Family. It's the funniest thing. Like
Okay.
they're just both running right now.
All right. So our anime of the year collectively together is Spy X Family, and we hope it wins.
Yes, sir.
And that is it, right? Oh my god, I can share it online. Wait, is this my votes? I voted for Ranking of Kings? Oh yeah, ProZD.
Yeah, Pro
Oh
CD,
yeah.
Pro CD.
Oh yeah. Hold on, let me I'll just copy it to make sure it doesn't get deleted. All right, I'll post that on Twitter later. Thank you to my friends for coming on the stream, and thank you for anyone who's watching live or watching the VOD later on. And this is a lot of fun. You know, I usually just make keyboard videos, and I wanted to try something different. I wanted to try a live stream, and I think I was pretty nervous, like, ever since I woke up, and I had a lot of fun on stream. And yeah, thanks everyone for joining and for watching, and yeah, and that's probably it. All right.
Thanks for having
Yay.
us.
Go, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, I'm gonna hit end stream now. Bye everyone.
Bye.